Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas here. We have my famous co-host. I'm cruising with Mary, and she's already thinking the Pats have won.
Oh, yeah, I got my stuff out already.
We have our little Pat thing here, and we're here, and on this kind of a
And
chilly
I always
day.
wear this.
Yep. That's your good luck for the
Yeah.
Pats, right?
And every time I wear this, they always win.
All right, well, you better
And
wear
I
it
got the
tomorrow.
old Patriots on there, so that's going to help out.
Yeah. But we also have a lovely guest
We
on.
do.
We do. Elizabeth?
Yes.
Okay, Elizabeth Gillis?
Gillis.
Gillis, okay. Hi. Would you tell us about yourself, a little bit about what you do and how you got into it?
Sure. So I am a natural health practitioner. I own a business called Regain Health and Balance, and it is fabulous. And I work differently than most holistic or natural practitioners. I practice a system called the Body Talk Healthcare System, and I'm also trained in a number of other therapies and integrative modalities. But this system is really phenomenal because it not only takes all the juicy bits and pieces of various modern and ancient healing methods and integrates it into one system, but it's a priority-based healthcare system. So it varies very much from the regular approach, because usually you would go to a practitioner or a doctor or what have you with a list of your complaints or a list of your symptoms, and based on what you explain to them that you are experiencing, they are going to come up with a treatment plan for you. I bypass that part because we're only consciously aware of about 5% of what's going on with us.
Oh.
So yes. So you're already at a deficit because you're only aware of 5% of what's going on, and so
No.
yeah. So I bypass all of that with the Body Talk Healthcare System, and I communicate directly with the body. So I use a form of biofeedback. People may know that as applied kinesiology, muscle testing, and I actually ask health-related questions to the body itself, because that's the source that has all the information. The body keeps score of everything from the moment of conception, every heartbreak, every event, every worry, absolutely everything. So that's the source that we go to in order to find out what do we need to do for this person in order to get them from point A to point B as quickly as we can.
So, how long have you been doing this?
I have been doing this since 2012. I did learn other modalities before that.
Use a big word.
I know.
Modality.
I did learn other modalities as early as 2008, but Body Talk has really been the one that has catapulted everything because it's just so comprehensive. And it's called the Body Talk Healthcare System.
Okay.
And it's very comprehensive in what it can address.
So does that take all the toxics out of your body?
It does whatever the person's body needs me to do for them in regards to the training that I have and the techniques that I have available to me.
I like your answer, by the way. Because the one thing about it, you're not shim-sharing, like what I just said, did it take all, and I like the answer she had. I think that's cool because you're not building up something out of nothing. You're really speaking about what it does.
Yeah, absolutely. So it makes my job easy. Because if you go to medical school, so much of the training in medical school is about diagnosing in order to be able to treat based on a diagnosis. Yeah. So if you don't have to diagnose anyone with anything, and you can work on them even if they can't speak, then there's a lot of things that you can address for them. And you're dealing with what the body wants.
Do you have a website?
I do.
Okay, you want to tell the people?
I will. It's www.regainhealthnh, short for New Hampshire.
I checked it out just
.com. Yes.
Okay. And you have a phone number for the business?
I do. The phone number is 603 here in New Hampshire, 566-0819.
You live in Derry?
I live in Londonderry.
They don't even have electricity there yet.
They do. I have it right now.
They do?
Yeah, they do now.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Where you been?
Sleeping.
I think they've had it for a few years.
Yeah, have they? Oh,
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been living in town for 10 years, and we've had it since day one, other than when we have really bad storms.
Okay. I actually get a lot of people upset with. I'm from a small town. Okay. The guy that was at our show last week was surprising. He and I both are from the same area. He lived like 3 miles from the town I grew up in. Okay, so that was interesting.
So, what is the population of the town that you grew up in? I'm going to ask you that question.
Probably 150.
Oh, you've got me beat. Okay.
We had
So-
more we had more cows and
Okay.
people.
So you've got me beat. I thought I was going to have the upper hand on that one. I grew up, I grew up in New Jersey, and then when I was 13, or right before my 13th birthday, my parents moved us up to Passadumkeag, Maine. Population 360 people. Yeah. So
Well,
that-
I imagine it's growing right now. When I left
Yeah.
there 50 years ago,
yeah.
so
And they had electricity.
and they did too.
Yeah.
When my father would remember to pay the bill, But I grew up in a really rural country. Kind of grew up by myself. So when I hear all these people, oh, I don't have electricity, or oh, I don't know what I can do. You know what? I don't feel sorry for them.
You just light some candles, play
Yeah.
some board games,
Buy a lot of batteries for
crank
you.
radio.
Yeah.
I actually have an
one of them.
old-fashioned
I have one of them.
battery-operated
Yeah.
radio.
Yeah.
You know, if people really want to survive without being on the pity pot, they can do it.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm a firm believer that, like, even now I have to catch myself because if my microwave doesn't work, I'm out there within an hour trying to get a new one, and that's because I have become so
Dependent on
dependent
it.
on it, and I don't really need it. I've been very blessed with the things that I have, and when the storms, the lights go out and all that, we're prepared.
I actually like it once in a while.
Yeah.
It's
I
nice.
like
It
my
kind of
microwave, but would
shuts
never give it
everything
up.
down. Oh, I don't really use the microwave very much, but I do like it when we lose power.
Does it
once
make
in
you
a while.
appreciate each other more?
I just enjoy the quiet and the slower pace. Of course, what was it back in like 2009 when we had that huge ice storm?
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that as much. 9 days without power was a bit much, and when my
Yeah.
lights came back on, I'm like, turn them off, because everything.
Well, that's like we
was
had.
horrible.
I don't know, do you remember when they had that blizzard on Halloween?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I was installing hardwood floors in my house. So, yes,
My,
I remember it very well.
The fire department. We have one of the best fire departments in the world. I'm getting this knocking on the door, get out, why? There was a fire underneath in the cellar. You ever try to get dressed in the dark and grab your dog at the same time? It's amazing what you can do. We ran out in a blizzard, and the fire department saved the house. All we had to do was put new wiring in and all that sort
Thank
of
you,
stuff.
fire department.
Oh, absolutely. We went up to the elderly citizen place here where the elders live up in there, and they were helping them. And they went and said, and they were from the Red Cross. We've helped too many people. We can't help you. Yeah. So I said, you know what? I don't need your help. I went home,
My
and when it gets
goodness.
to the power, we kept warm. We got a little old thing to heat the coffee pot up with, almost like a Benson burner or whatever, and we survived. You can.
You can, absolutely.
Look at you. You've survived a lot of not easy streets in your life. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Your journey has never been easy. Okay. But would you want it any other way?
It's made me the person that I am today. So no, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't change
Me neither.
anything.
See, that's what I tell people. Oh, if I could do this or that,
no.
then you wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't
where you
change my
are
life.
today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it is.
Even the illnesses that I experience, it's what led me
You
to
died
doing.
twice, you know that, right?
I did.
You were very young when the first time you died.
I don't know. I know my mother told me that I almost drowned in a pool when I was
Right.
young.
And that's when that your spirit left your body then.
Oh,
Okay.
but it came back.
But it came back and you came to you weren't ready to leave.
Oh, sure I
And
wasn't.
another time, I'm looking at about 6 or 7 years ago, you actually either had a cold or something, you were slumbering in your sleep and your spirit actually left your body.
Oh my goodness.
I always say, I wish there was a way I could prove this, but in time, it will reveal itself in you. You're an old soul. Okay, you've been in your past life. You've been into many, many different areas. Okay, but the cool part is you've always been a healer. You've always been
I
ancient
have
healing.
been told that before. I was told that I was like a shamanic
Yeah.
high priestess and all this other stuff. They're like, you already have everything that you need.
This is all, what you're doing is just refocusing back on what you were taught back then. You're 12,200 and whatever your age, now we won't mention that, but years old.
I've aged well.
Right, really. Well, I'm only 35.
Yay me.
I'm only
That
35.
skin cream is really working.
Yep. I'm
Whatever you do,
37
keep it
going
up.
on. Yep. I always tell people I'm only 35. You know, I feel young at my heart, you know. Like Mary, you feel young. There are days when we don't feel well, but
Yeah.
we're young at heart, you know. You can be old as you want to be, or you can be as young as you want to be, you know. And that's the way I truly believe. We had a guy call the other day. Remember? Oh,
Yeah.
your friend there, Dave?
Yeah,
He was 55. He said he's getting too old. I go, whoa.
but he's not. He's my age.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But then I had another lady. I said, you want to try dancing? Oh, I'm too old. I said, well, how old are you? She's 59.
No.
When you believe that you're that old, then shit, you know, then shit. Hell, when I feel better now than I ever have in my life. I've been sober 23 years. I
Good
don't
for
smoke
you.
cigarettes. I have a very comfortable home. And you know what? When you appreciate, like you do, when you appreciate what you have in life, that's all cool. You own your own home?
I do.
You going to sell it? I see the
Um,
sale sign out front.
we don't have plans.
I'm looking at maybe
to-
3 or 5 years down the road. People think
Well,
when I
you-
do
you
a
ne-
reading,
you
what
ne-
I'm in
you never
spirit
know.
says, yeah?
You never know. I mean-
what I tell people when I do the readings on them is, you know what? It doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow.
But don't tell my daughter because she would be very upset. We have said, well, you never know when we get older, and she's
Your
like,
daughter
"You
is
can
how old
never."
is she?
She's 17.
She's going to be very successful.
Yeah,
She's really smart,
she is really smart.
but she's lazy with it too.
How did you know?
That's what I make money at. But she's also very gifted spiritually. She has a very compassionate heart.
She does.
She doesn't always. My concern is she's too compassionate with some people, and I don't want them to see them taking advantage of her. She's like her mother, very compassionate. But you're learning it's okay to be compassionate, but there's a time when you have to draw a line.
Absolutely.
I have learned that the hard way. I had a couple of people come in, you're going to do a reading on me, aren't you? I go, no. I said, I don't read people that are intoxicated. But you're not going to work with somebody that's intoxicated. It's ridiculous to even think that. And I kept telling them, they get really aggravated. I refuse to read people that are drinking. No, you refuse to read. You work on people that have been drinking?
That are intoxicated?
Yeah.
Not to my knowledge.
No,
No.
okay.
No.
Your spirit would let you know.
Well, in the BioTalk system, there's an area where it will prevent us from moving forward in the session if there's anything that's interfering with it.
Oh,
So,
really?
yes, yes.
Oh,
so I
so-
have to actually ask permission for the body to allow me to move forward. And sometimes
wow.
there's blockages during the treatment that we
Uh-huh.
have to clear. That's called permissions. And sometimes, if there's, say, the person needs to see a medical professional because something bad is going to happen, it will prevent me from moving on in the session and will give me enough information to let me
You're the first
tell them that.
practitioner that I've ever heard. You don't even call you a practitioner.
No,
right?
that's
okay.
that's perfectly fine.
Okay. That I've ever heard say that if the client needs to have a medical doctor, then you stop or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Because I think they should work together.
Absolutely.
Okay. Like I have my own way of doing Reiki energy. I've never been taught by the schools or whatever. Do you do Reiki energy? as well,
I
right?
do have Reiki certification, yes.
Yeah. When I do my own way of doing it, and people keep coming back, and I do them. I have two lovely, lovely French ladies. Boy, do they swear at me, and I should have you there as an interpreter when they get going, But they keep coming, and I love them dearly. I can honestly say, I've been called a hater, I've been called a supremacist, I've been called this and that. I can honestly say, just like you can, there's not a person I can say I hate.
Mm.
I don't know the word hate for people. Do
It's a
I hate
strong
what they're
word.
doing?
It's a strong word.
Yeah. Do I dislike or hate what their actions that they do? Yes. But I don't hate them. And I never want to know how. I don't know how to hold grudges, and neither do you. You try, but it doesn't work very well.
I was better at it when I was younger, but
Me too.
But I'm not so good at it now. So I usually I'll have some
very good at
compassion.
I used to, in my olden days, that's a very her way, so I had to fight by myself. Being Irish and Scotch, have a couple of ginger ales and have a few fist fights. I'd lose a fight, I'd win a fight, and stuff like that. But I'm too old for that now. My skin bruises too easily. One of the things that I will also tell you, you have a spiritual guide that's related to you.
Okay.
Okay, and then, do you have a close friend that passed?
Yes, I do.
Okay, is it a female?
Yes.
Okay, she was quite ill when she passed.
Yes, I would say so.
And she never really let people know how ill she was.
She was getting hospitalized, but she wasn't in this area anymore. And she kept getting hospitalized, but she kind of had a light attitude about it.
She took it really well.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. And she told me to tell you that she's your spiritual guide.
Oh.
She also told me to tell you that she loves you and understands why you couldn't be as close to her as you were because of the distance. But you were close to each other spiritually.
Okay.
Okay. Was she like a best friend?
She was when she was living in this area. She moved to Florida many years ago, and we lived across from each other, and we worked together, and
But you're still spiritually kept in contact with each other.
Yeah.
She
I
was
still think about her all the time.
Right, and she told me to tell you she's not in pain. And she has 3 cats and a dog with her.
Oh.
Was she an animal lover?
She only had cats the entire time that I knew her, just because dogs would be convenient.
She might have had a dog and a pet. She also had children?
Yes.
And she watches over them all the time.
I'm sure she.
And she's concerned about one. Does she have a son?
Yes.
Because she's really concerned about him.
Okay.
So if you can find a way of contacting them for her, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Her husband never got over her death. And he really shouldn't, because he's a lot at fault, not paying attention to the care.
Incoming call. All righty. Hi there.
Hello, is this Norman Friends?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yes it is.
Hi, Norm. It's Lynn. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm calling in to find out what the new year is going to bring me.
What the what?
The new year's going to bring us
The new
Oh.
year.
What's her name again?
Lynn.
Lynn. Oh. And call North Community Corner.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of the things that I can see that when you're calling in like that is, as long as you start letting go of yesterday
Yeah.
and start living for today, you'll be a lot financially. You'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay. Health-wise, I see a lot more improvement in you and your husband.
Oh, good.
Okay. You got to stop relying, and stop depending so much on the doctors and medication, and start depending more on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you want a new career?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy where I am.
Okay, because I don't see you leaving the company. I don't see a layoff.
You do see one?
No.
No. Okay.
No, okay? If they are, you won't
All
be
right.
included because they're happy with your work.
Okay, good.
But you got to get in there on time.
Okay.
You can't be like, I can leave. You like to leave at the last minute, don't you?
Yeah.
How about trying a little different mode and going to a little bit earlier? Oh, did your children move out of your house?
No.
Oh. But do you want them to?
Yes.
Well, you got to start pushing it, right? But then you're going to be lost without them. You have a grandchild coming.
I do.
Yeah. I'm looking at a little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, your oldest son dating?
Yes.
Okay, they've been together quite a while.
What?
Yeah, you can't allow them to live with you, though. They gotta get their own place to
I
have
know.
the baby.
They got to get their own place.
Yes, they have, because you can't allow the baby to keep you awake all night long, and you can't be the built-in babysitter.
No.
Okay, I asked you one thing I do see. You gotta get a raise.
I am?
Yep. And your husband, he works for Sylvania, right?
No, no longer.
Oh, no longer. What's he doing now?
He's doing the same thing. He's still doing the same type of work. He's
Right.
just at a different company.
But he likes that company better, right?
Eh,
Your husband will never be satisfied wherever he's at.
no.
Okay,
No,
he really won't.
So I'm
He-
not even worried about that.
No, he
He's
can make
never going
three-
to be happy.
Right. He can make $300 an hour and still not be happy.
That's right.
Okay. I am concerned about his blood pressure.
Okay.
Okay. I see it fluctuating up and down, up and down. I also see like a slight heart murmur.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, we're going to win Sunday.
Oh, awesome.
Well, I'm actually going to say
I
I'm about
have
95% sure. I will never say I'm 100. But I actually look
Yeah,
between
I have
3 and
faith.
7
I have
points. I also will tell you that your youngest son, I see him moving to a whole new area altogether.
Really?
Yeah. What does he do?
Well, he's going to be going to school.
Okay. How old is he?
He's 22.
Okay. The problem with that, I do see him going to school, but you got to make sure he sticks with going to school so that he can live with you. And if he doesn't decide to not to go to school, then he needs to be out on his own. You Mom, you got to stop enabling him.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing is, you enjoy having him there.
He's not a problem. He's not.
No, it's the oldest one.
It's the oldest one.
Right.
That is,
You really have got to put your foot down on that.
yeah.
Okay? You got to be firm.
Well, if
Mom.
there's going to be a baby coming,
Yep.
yeah, gone. No.
Yeah. I see a little, like I said, I see a boy and possibly twins.
Oh, wow. Where she's going to carry them. She's too thin.
Oh, Mother Nature has a way of carrying. Do you agree?
I agree.
I have a body healer here talking with us. And one of the things I'm also looking at, do you want a speeding ticket, darling?
Do I what?
Do you want a speeding ticket?
A steam kicker?
Yeah, a speeding ticket.
Oh, no.
Then you better darn well watch how fast you're going.
Okay.
I like that. Okay. Your husband needs a new vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. He has a truck, right?
Yep.
Okay. Kind of old.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not that old, but it's had some problems.
Oh yeah, it's gonna cost him more problems than it's really worth.
Oh, God.
Okay. By the way, I know you're saving for a rainy day, but it's okay for you two to go out once in a while.
Yeah.
When was the last time you two went away by yourselves?
Oh, God.
Boys are big boys. I would tell you to get away, either near the ocean or near the mountains. Just go away for a weekend and really get to know each other.
Yep.
Because you both are workaholics.
We have fun together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you really got to get away and relax.
Okay.
Okay. Don't worry financially. You're going to be okay.
All right.
All righty.
That is a concern.
Okay. No, don't worry. I know you didn't have a lot of money when you first got married, but now you're okay.
Not really.
Well, it's gonna. Yeah, you really are. You just got to start believing that you're okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Have a good day now. We'll talk to you later. Give me a call in a
Okay.
couple of weeks.
Thanks,
Let me know how
Ron.
you're doing. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
She's one that always wants a freebie. What are you doing? That's okay. I love her dearly. I had a party one time with her. So what do you think? Can you do online readings?
No, I don't do online readings.
I love doing online readings.
No, I
I think that's
I
one of
don't.
my
I don't
favorites.
dabble in any of that.
But that's not, you're not meant to. I had a client come to me. Oh my God! Or on the phone, I almost had a heart attack. Her child's psychologist is teaching her how to do things with a Ouija board.
no,
And
I don't like those.
I don't either. I know what
Yeah,
happens when I'm there.
I don't want one in my house.
No, I have played with them, and I see what it can do to people. We actually took 25 of them and burned them in a big trash bucket. You could hear the spirits. You know.
Oh my goodness.
No, but
Especially
I
if
wouldn't
somebody's
want
who's
one of them in
sensitive to
my
that,
house.
right?
And I told her, I said, you need to find a new psychologist or a counselor for her.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No.
Your daughter can play like she really doesn't understand what she wants to, huh?
Have you met?
She knows how to. You know how to say no stronger than your husband does, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Anybody who knows us knows that.
And he's a good dad with all
Yeah,
his
he
children.
is.
You have a good relationship with your oldest stepdaughter?
Yes, pretty good.
That's awesome. And your youngest stepdaughter?
I have our oldest is my stepson.
Oh, your stepson.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a great relationship with him.
I love him.
And you know what? You treat him more like a son than his own mother. How sad.
That's a strong statement.
Well, I'm on the air, so I can.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and we're not mentioning names, so, you know. But I have to tell you, from the minute you met your husband, you fell in love, huh?
I did. Well, no, not the moment that I met him. No, I had known him for a little while. He did chase me for a long time.
You paid a little hard to get, did you?
Well, I don't know. I just wasn't. He had
weren't
too many
ready.
things going on, and I just, we worked together, and he was recently separated, and he had children, and
Yeah, you didn't
there was
wanna
just
get
too many
involved in
things.
that,
And I was just like, oh, and but I'm grateful to my friends who kind of were in cahoots and ended up making it happen. And he saw an opportunity, went after it. I couldn't say no because I'm the compassionate type.
And actually, once
And,
you got to know him, it was love at first sight.
Yeah. No, he's a great guy with a great heart.
I'm not going to tell you it was all peaches and cream.
No, absolutely.
we all have our
Is any
disagreements.
long-term relationship? No long-term
I'm the
relationship.
yeller
is-
in my house. And the poor guy, I don't know how he puts what he does. Have you ever had a dream that seems so real?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I had a dream, and I went, you're going to leave me. I'm going on and carrying on out of a dream because we had a reading. Then he just looks at me and turns over and goes back to sleep. So I went back in the bed and sputtered, but, that's what I'm saying, like for him to put up with. I'm not an easy person to put up with.
That's true.
It is, yeah, you're right.
I agree with you.
Hey, you don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to say, oh, yeah, you can lie. No.
Okay.
But, maybe that's why I've been married so many times, But, people use that word love so easily. Like with my ex-wives, I've had several. But, oh, I love you, and I didn't need the word. If you really, truly want to use the word, make sure you're using it in a proper perspective. I think we can say we love each other, but you know what? I think actions out of words.
You have to feel it.
Yeah, you each got to
Yeah, you
come
have to
from
feel it.
inside. That's me. I
Yeah.
cannot say I love to anybody. I can't say it. It has to come within for me to say it to anybody.
My ex-wife said, you think more of your dog than you do of me. I go, yep. I did,
Yep,
Well, animals are a whole different category because they love unconditionally.
that's true.
And then when my son was born, I didn't even want to be married anymore. I kind of went wrong in many ways because I wouldn't let her control him. I did all the discipline. That was my boy. I had 5 stepchildren, and I had him, and that was, I realized the mistakes that I made, but you know what? My son and I are very close today now. Oh, do I see a baby around you? I really do. And that doesn't mean you got to have one.
No,
but I'm
not
thinking-
me.
But either it's your stepson or someone close to you. And actually, what I'm looking at, are you willing to open your door for a temporary foster care child?
Have not thought about it.
Don't be surprised.
Okay.
Okay. And I won't say it'll be a full-time. Do you have a sister?
I do not. I have 2 brothers.
2 brothers? You're okay with them?
Yeah.
They kind of protect you, did they, when you were growing up? Or did you
Well,
protect them?
I have one brother that's a little bit older than me, and I have one that's significantly younger. So I wouldn't say that the younger one
No, but
protected
the
me
other one
because
did.
there's almost 13 years
Yeah.
between us.
But you have a good relationship with them.
Yeah.
If I told you he was also very spiritual, but he's not ready for it yet, what would you say?
I say,
He
well,
doesn't understand what you do, but when he comes out,
so you're talking about my younger brother or my
Yeah, my-
older brother?
your
My
younger
younger
brother.
brother.
your younger brother, when he
He
comes
doesn't
out,
really say much. He's not a man of many words.
no, but he's an observer. And if you want the truth from him, he's going to give it to you whether you like it or not. Okay. And he's very introverted at times,
Yes, he is.
but he's also very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And growing as a child, did you have an easy childhood?
I wouldn't say that I had a difficult childhood. I enjoyed my
Right.
childhood for the most part.
But you were
And-
taught responsibility.
yes.
That's what I'm talking about. When your mother told you to do the dishes, you better do the dishes.
There was not even any like our kids
Right.
will argue with us, going, "Why do I have to do it?" and
Yeah.
put up this big stink. And for me, I think back to my own childhood. I would think in my mind I didn't really want to do it, but I never questioned or said I won't or I don't want to. I would just be like, you just did it. There was no there. There was
When
none of
my
that.
sister, when I'm going to stay at my sister's house for a while, we had to do the dishes and sweep the floors and all that. I didn't mind because being a girly type, But today, he'll rinse them off, and I do that. I don't like somebody else doing my dishes. I prefer to do my own. I had a dishwasher, and I wash the dishes, and I put them in the dishwasher. Then I take them out and wash the dishes over again. That's, and I come home one day, and the dishwasher had disappeared. And I don't mind. I like it better because they're saying now the bacteria in dishwashers can cause a lot of sickness.
Really? Well, that wouldn't surprise me because they don't really get cleaned out as
No.
often as they should.
They
And I
should.
never minded doing dishes by hand either. It seemed like there was never really dishes around when you did them by hand
Right, yeah.
because even when there
And
was
it
just a little
took-
bit, you'd wash them, dry them, let them,
And it
put them away.
relaxes me. It really does.
Yeah,
I
it
love
does.
clothes ironing.
That not so much, but I don't mind hanging clothes out on a clothesline.
No, doesn't that smell great though?
It does smell good.
You used to do that all the time, didn't you?
My
Mary?
mother, that's all she did. There was no such thing as it's dry or anything else.
I grew up where you had the old, on Mondays we did the washer where you had the old-fashioned wash tub with the ringers and you let the clothes go
I
into
remember
a can.
those.
Do you? Okay.
Mhm.
And I want to get another one like that because you let them as long as you want. They smell good. You hang them out on the porch. I'm thinking about getting a clothes light out back. 'Cause I just enjoy the clothes because I don't do the laundry anyway. My partner does. But I get tired watching them. One other thing I'm looking about you too is that, oh wow, the work that you're doing, everybody has given up on this young lady.
Everybody's given up on,
Her healing?
in regards to me.
No. Doctor, you name it. You name it. People are, we can't help her.
Oh, so
Okay.
yes, I do see people who have come to see me as a last resort,
Yeah.
or have been getting treatments for a long period of time and not seen any results.
This person has a political father. And this lady, she's probably like 14
So this
to
is someone
15.
who's going
You
to
haven't
be.
met her yet.
I
no.
haven't met her yet.
No. She's like 14 to 16 years old.
Okay.
She acts like she has a learning disability, and that's because of all the garbage and all the medication they have put her through. And this is going to be one of the things that's going to help your career to grow,
Okay.
okay? Because you refuse no one.
No, I don't refuse
Okay.
anybody.
Do you have a pay scale? I'm not going to ask you the price because we can't. But do you have like a sliding scale?
I do not have a sliding scale.
Okay. There might be one person that you might feel the need to help with.
Okay.
Okay, and they may want to donate because they don't have the money.
Okay.
And because that's the way I work it too. And people on state welfare, I don't charge them.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to take the money out of the child's mouth, food. Okay.
Yes.
But you also you will know, okay, and start writing that pamphlet on what you're doing.
Well, I have brochures.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. But start writing that book.
Start writing a book.
How you got into what you're doing, because you tried other modalities, and that's the word she used? Oh, I
Yeah.
used a big word, see?
Oh my gosh.
Other modalities, you tried them all. But this is the one that seems to be working for you.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Well, that's because your heart's in it.
I love it.
And you have your husband's support.
Yes.
Okay. What does he do?
My husband is an applications engineer. So
Applications
so he does technical support. He does training on the software that engineers use. So he used to be a plastics engineer, and he stopped doing that, and now he actually trains other engineers on how to use the software that the engineers use.
What if I told you I see him as a consultant?
He
It's
is.
kind of like what he's doing right now, right? Like teaching other people.
He does teach other people right now in like a classroom type
Right.
setting. It wouldn't surprise me.
Then I do see him becoming a consultant for 2 companies.
Okay.
And, you'd be ready to pack your bag and travel with him, or let him go by himself. But you two trust each other, okay? And I think that's important because I can see that. I actually will tell you, I'm going to have you shuffle these for me. I can also tell you, I do see you going to a conference and being one of the speakers.
Oh.
You ready for
Okay.
that?
Well, I do little public speaking events here and there, but doing a big conference. So what do I do with these?
I'll
Do
shuffle.
I shuffle them? Okay.
And
So-
play your strip poker for your husband. He blushes. Has your mother, are you in connection with your mother?
Yes.
You have a very good connection with her,
We
right?
have a pretty good connection, yes.
And she having eyesight problems?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, other than,
A typical.
Yeah.
How old is she?
she's 75.
Oh, okay. But I actually see cataracts.
Okay.
Okay. I actually see, she doesn't complain about much, does
No, she doesn't. If she complains, then it's pretty bad.
So I want you to do me a favor and keep an eye on her.
Okay.
Okay, because I am concerned about around here.
Okay.
And I'm also concerned about a blood pressure problem.
Okay.
Your dad is still around?
No.
No, he's passed.
Mhm.
Okay. He and your mother were very close.
They did not have a very good relationship.
Well, according to him, they did.
Well, maybe he thought
Not
so,
their
but-
way of. That was their way of. But they weren't divorced, right?
Yes, they
Oh,
were. They
okay.
divorced when I was 8.
If I told you he still loved her, what would you say?
I would not disagree with that.
I'm sorry?
I would not disagree
Okay.
with you.
Because he never was. He was unhappy when they left. This is the message I have from him.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Even after they were divorced, he still
In his
when
own
he
way,
got sick,
yeah.
he referred to her as his wife.
Right. And she
So.
supported him whatever he did on that part. I also will tell you, one of the things I am actually looking at with your dad is he told me he is so very, very proud of you.
Oh,
He said that you've come a long way.
I have.
And he also enjoyed wiping the tears from your eyes, even when you were younger. But I want you to know that he always loved you.
Of course.
Okay. And I asked you, did he have a drinking problem?
No. I mean, he enjoyed a highball on occasion.
Because I
but
see you a highball there.
Yeah, yeah. He
Okay.
liked to do that pretty
And I see a
regularly,
cigarette.
but
Okay.
he didn't. He gave up smoking, I believe, before I was born.
Right, but he showed me an image of him. He
Yeah,
wore a
but
baseball cap.
He didn't wear a baseball cap, but he would wear.
One
He
of
wore
my-
hats.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He was a very
quite the
proud man,
dapper. He was
yeah.
a very dapper dressing man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He said, "You bet your life I was."
Yeah.
Okay. But he kind of he tried to be happy after he got divorced. This is the message I'm getting.
Yep.
And that he tried to be super happy after he got divorced, but he never was.
Yeah.
Did he remarry?
No. No. And he passed many, many years ago.
Yeah,
He was
okay.
significantly older than my mother.
Okay. But he enjoyed life. And he enjoyed being around you.
Yeah.
Okay. I also will tell you that he is so proud of what you're doing. You're doing the medical healing or the physical healing or the spiritual healing, what do you want. You're doing what he always wanted to do.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
You inherited his abilities. Okay. And I think that's pretty awesome when you can, like I inherited my mother and both of my mothers, you know. I also will tell you that he watches your children every night. Take out like 5 cards. Just don't look at them.
Wouldn't it be good?
What?
have her and Dr. Jody on.
I
Oh,
do.
you
I
can't
know
do that?
Dr. Jody.
Yeah,
I do. Yes, and
because we talked
yeah,
about
we're very complimentary.
that. Yeah.
You know, I don't work on what she works
Okay.
on, and she doesn't work on things the way that I work on them. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. Oh, just an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's great.
You got a lot of spirits in your house.
Do I?
Yeah.
I have a new house. We built it ourselves. But I
Doesn't
guess
matter.
that
It
although
comes
my
from the
daughter,
earth.
my daughter does say that I don't think as much anymore, but when she was younger, she said that she would see people all the time in her
And
room.
what it is people think that just because you build a new house or you
That
build a new garage or you have a facelift like I,
She was
whatever. No.
adamant that yes, that
And
she
she
would
actually
see.
did.
Yeah,
And there-
I've never discounted that.
Okay, and actually, when you first built your house, the spirits that lived on that land wanted to make sure that you were going to respect the house and the property. By you respecting the house and the property, then they were able to go to the other side.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Good.
Because they can make it miserable, trust me, okay?
My
But-
house is not a miserable place to be. It's a very
No, it's
nice
a great
place to
fun
be.
house, okay? That's a lot of love in that house,
Yeah.
okay? That's why they let it go, because they knew that you were happy and that your door is always open. And no one, if you entertain, and that no one goes from your house hungry.
No, they don't.
That's like with me, huh?
That's the same thing with you,
know.
know.
And at Mary's house, if I truly love it because I was taught by my foster mother that if you invite guests to your house, treat them with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are your arms.
Okay.
This is your torso.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your airhead is so we won't put a head there. You know what I mean by airhead?
I don't
take
know
it
what
as an
you
insult.
mean by airhead.
Okay, don't take it as an insult.
No, I won't. I'm
Okay.
I'm assuming that it's not to be taken
No.
as an insult.
We are in the world, but we don't have to be of the world. Where our airhead, when I say it, is because we are above the world,
Okay,
above people.
okay.
Like when you're doing the healing, you're actually above the people that you're healing. And I'm not trying to be a snob when I say it. Most of my other people. Do you know the lady by the name of Laura Otto?
I have met her at events,
She
but
was
I
my
don't
co-host.
personally know her. But yes.
Yeah, she and I were co-hosts for 3.5 years together. I loved her. Boy, do I miss her at times. Huh?
Yeah.
And at times when I'll
I
get
like Laura.
emotional. She was
Yeah.
great. But we're both on separate paths now. I hope that you'll come back on again too. If you
I will come back.
All right. Ooh, look at the love that is streaming out of this. You really do have love for everybody, and that's pretty awesome. Okay, even the people who've picked on you or whatever they might have done to you or whatever, they push you around. You still love them.
Yeah.
And there's a lady who was kind of a mean to you when you were growing up. Is going to come and want your apology.
Oh,
Because she's going to want some
I'm not
physical
sure who
work
that
done.
might be, but I don't know. Maybe I've forgotten
Yeah.
about
Right.
it or
See,
whatnot.
we don't
and-
remember.
Yeah.
Only I do it, but of course, I have my. You know what? Bullying is one thing, and I used to get bullied a lot. And then when I started bullying back, you know what? It's still a no-win situation.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, the best thing to do is just stand up for yourself and let them
Oh,
know
I
that
did
you're.
that. I got a
Yeah.
fish line. You know those fish lines? I tied it around 2 rails, and that's how that guy was running down the stairs. And he tripped. And he broke his arm. Accidents happen. I was a teenager then. But, when you're poor, you have a learning disability, kids know how to pick on you back in them days. And it's still going on. I am concerned about, is your daughter being bullied?
I don't think she's being bullied now.
Because she has been.
But she has been.
But she's sticking up for herself now.
She is.
I expect her to be on the honor roll.
She's really close.
She's a senior in high school.
She's a
right?
junior.
Junior.
She's a junior.
What does she want to be?
She doesn't know.
What if I told her she's following your footsteps? Or actually she ready to go in as a medical field?
She's mentioned, well, we have a little bit of discussion because, school is not really her thing. She's very, very smart, but just not in that way. She's not that book smart. She takes after her mother that way. I didn't really care for school that
And you
much
know what?
either.
Today the kids don't.
But, she has talked about, doing what I do. I'll just learn what you do, Mom, and I'll just do that. But I said, and education is important. So you need some kind of skill until you figure out exactly what it is that you do so that you can support yourself. So she's like, well, I don't want to go to college, but you're going to make me.
You know what? College
even just-
isn't meant for everybody.
No, it's not.
no.
But I want her to have some kind
Right.
of practical
My
skills. So the
granddaughter
community
goes twice a
college
week,
for,
Whatever
for
she
a 2-year
wants.
degree for me is sufficient. I just want her to have some skill that she can learn so
But
that
I
she
want
can
you to
support
let
herself.
her want to.
Yes. Okay. Taken.
Okay, because the more you push the education, the more resentful she will
Mm-hmm.
be. Is she also an artist?
She is very artistic. She
Okay.
does not get
We
that
should
from
have
me.
her. No, me either. I should have her come on the show and show her artwork.
I don't know if she'd be willing to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, because we like that, don't
Yeah.
we, Mary?
Get us started.
Is this your second relationship?
This is my second marriage,
Okay,
yes.
that's why I called it that way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you went through hell and back with him, huh?
I wouldn't say that it was that
Oh,
bad.
Well,
I mean,
that's
it
what the
wasn't-
Spirit's saying.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was-
but you learn
I mean,
how
there's
to.
people who have a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
He
Always.
wasn't
Oh,
abusive
yeah.
or mean or anything like that. But
no, I don't think you outgrew each other.
yes.
I think that's
yes.
what it is. Okay. He's happy that you're happy. Okay.
I-
Was he older than you?
Just a little bit, not by much.
Oh, okay. You don't communicate with each other
We see each other on occasion, and
like just friends?
yeah.
Well, that's
absolutely.
like my last ex-wife. Well, wasn't my last ex-wife? Yeah, my last ex-wife. I've been married 4 times, and we get along pretty well. At one time, though, she thought Mary and I were going to get married.
I know,
so,
huh? That
yeah.
was funny.
And that was cool. But, there's no reason to hate each other just because you're
No.
not together. And I hate it when they use children as pawns. Well, if you don't pay this, you're not going to see your son or like
yeah.
that. And I don't see you doing that.
Well, we didn't have children together.
No. But
anyway,
I mean, even
but
if you did, you wouldn't.
No,
Okay.
I don't believe in that.
Oh, your husband's got a big bonus coming.
Does he?
Yeah, but he's a hard worker. And if you looked at him, and please forgive me for saying, you wouldn't think that he would have the knowledge that he has. He has so much knowledge that if they ever walked into his brain, it would explode. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's so smart, it's almost like he has autism. See, I believe that everybody has a case of autism. I really do, especially when he's working. Don't mess up his work because he gets a little annoyed. Okay, who's still cooking in your house?
Who cooks? I cook in my house.
Are you a good cook?
My husband would say so. Yes,
right.
I think I am.
That's good. That's what I want to hear. Crock pots are wonderful.
I really should utilize them more.
I show my partner a couple of times, and now he does all the cooking. Once in a while I do it, but he does it too, as you can see. Stop trying to lose weight. You want to
Okay.
get sick?
No, I don't want to
Then
get sick.
stop trying to lose weight.
Okay, I haven't
Okay.
really lost any, but
You're not supposed to. Your
Okay.
body is the way it's supposed to be. You're in
Okay.
tune with your body.
okay.
Okay. If you're like me and I want to dress and drag, I have to wear a couple of girdles, But you're also very open-minded to people. You don't judge people,
No.
and it's not worthwhile. Your oldest son, I'm going to call your son.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty hard worker.
Yeah, he is now that he's into what he's, as an adult,
Right.
right? Teenagers,
Oh, yeah.
not so much.
Like someone's out
Yeah,
there,
when it comes to like really working and earning
Yeah,
a
providing.
living, and all of them really are. All 3 of them.
Yeah. My son, when he likes a job, like he had a job, he hated school when how we graduated, but he did. Like my granddaughter got a and they said if she didn't bring her grades up in a month, she wouldn't graduate. She went up to all A's, so people can do it if they want to.
Right.
Okay. I also will tell you, your 23-year-old son has a great future.
He's 27.
27, I'm sorry. But he has a 22-year-old young heart, right? Okay. But does he live around you?
He lives in the next town over.
He got another career opportunity coming to him.
Okay.
Okay. He has what I call a restless spirit. He can stay on a job for so long and then he has to check it out.
He's
other
in
avenues.
school right now.
Yeah.
He's in school right now, so he's had a couple of career changes. He was in the military, and it ended up not being what he wanted, so he went back to
You
school.
want to do a
and-
statement from Mary and I? Thank you for serving our country.
Yes, I will tell him.
Right?
That's
Okay.
right.
And
God bless him.
But he learned a lot from being in the military.
Yes.
He learned how to be disciplined. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know. One of the things I've seen on him, too, is that whatever he chooses to do, what's he studying in college?
Right now he is in like project management for construction. Is what he's
That's going to be his
Yep.
forte. He's not afraid to do hard work. Okay. He and your husband have a lot of intelligent competition. They're both quite intelligent. Okay. Your middle child, how old is she?
She's 23.
23. That's the one I see at 23. Okay. She also has a mind of her own, huh?
Mm-hmm.
She's a lot like you, believe it or not.
She has a very strong personality.
Just like her, I'm going to call you mother. Okay. You have a good relationship with her.
Mm.
Okay. I'm not going to say it's all been peaches and cream.
No,
it's
definitely, and even she will tell you that it hasn't been.
Because you both had to work very hard to prove to each other. You had to prove that you weren't going to take her father away from her.
Mm.
Okay. And she's really quite. Is she in college as well?
No, she's a stay-home mom now.
That's right. That one.
Yep.
That's right. She's the one that's got another baby coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now she has a husband.
She does.
Okay. And they really love each other.
They do.
But she don't push it. She don't put up with any nonsense.
She never did.
She's the boss of the house.
Yeah.
Okay. But she's also very caring. Boy, when she says no to her child, her husband better not fall like with you. Better not stay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. However, I would probably also encourage. She's a year old. You said the child.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The grandbaby is.
She's
a year old.
really, really intelligent, even at a year old. And she's seeing things. She's pointing to something. She's actually seeing angels.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna call.
Welcome. Hello, Mom's Community Corner.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. I want to bring up a problem that's in the state of New Hampshire, especially people that have pets. Okay? Last night on WMUR, it's House Bill number 442, House Bill. It is to let female coyotes have their pups. Take away the hunting year-round. They want to limit. So when it's time for the female coyotes to have their pups, they want to let them have them. But now you look on WMUR, how many times has there been a coyote attacking someone's dog, someone's cat, or whatever?
That's nature.
You know?
But isn't that the people?
I just got done talking to New Hampshire Game and Fish. I've got to call the commissioner tomorrow.
Yeah.
And she said the more people that voice their opinion will help them.
Right. But Joe, isn't that the fact that that people are destroying their habitat, like by building condos and by building houses and roads so that the animals have nowhere to go?
I understand that. I do feel bad that way there, but you shouldn't have to worry about. It's in the summer. We'll say you want to leave your dog out on the runner. It's not a very big dog. It gets attacked and killed by a coyote.
But that's the same thing
as
with Manchester.
Yeah.
How
I just
about
can't
what
see
was it? It was in
They're
Manchester.
overpopulating.
Bears.
This
Look at the
problem.
bears. Come into Manchester.
Well, we got bears, we got coyotes, we got
them all.
and we got them all. No, I don't believe there should be a bounty on any animal.
Well, when it's a menace to society, I believe in the bounty.
Then we should take the animal, the coyote or the wolf or the bear, and put them into a different type of space, like more back into the woods. I don't believe that. What if it's solved? They used to have hedgehog bounties.
Yeah.
They thought they used to make money on them. But I don't believe that we should make. I'm sorry, I'm very much an animal lover. As far as killing a coyote for the money, no, not at all.
I say let the female
It's
have her
not for the
pups.
money. There's no money. They
Some
have a
do.
hunting season
Some do.
year-round.
They do,
There's
yeah.
no money
There is.
involved in that.
People will
Yeah,
take them and have them stuffed,
Yeah.
and they buy them.
Yeah. Isn't that sad?
I
I just don't believe
know,
in hunting bounties. I don't believe that, that's like, all right, if you see a coyote and he's minding his own business, you can walk up and shoot him.
Well, look
That's
at the
wrong.
foxes.
Yeah,
Look it up
fox.
where when up by where Addie used to live up there. There was red fox. There was a silver fox. There was everything up there.
We had two of them We had a rainbow-colored
That's
fox,
natural.
and we had a red fox when we lived in Claremont, right on Spofford Street. And they were beautiful, but they
Yeah.
weren't bothering anybody.
Because they
They
probably
weren't
got
bothering
food.
anybody. They'd come out between 10 and 11 at night. They would look, they'd come down Tremont Street. On the Spofford, there's an empty house lot there. You know where Eva used to live, Mary?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just that empty house lot where she used, right beside where she used to live. They would stand there and they would look up at me and Cindy every night. Okay, they're out there. Well, let you see us. They were gorgeous.
Yeah.
They weren't bothering anybody. I'm talking about you've got a menace coyote in your neighborhood. You mean to tell me if you can't feel safe to leave your dog out? It's a nice summer day. It's not hot. They have a doghouse. They have fresh water all the time. You can't leave them out on their runner to enjoy
You
the
have to watch
outside
your
while
animal.
they can. You can't feel safe with a coyote running around in your neighborhood. It should be taken out.
That's not only coyotes, Joe.
You know,
You
it's
got
not only
foxes,
coyotes,
you
there
got
are people that
everything.
are just bad.
You got bears. Where
You
are
believe
they
the
going
bounties
to
on
go?
animals?
People are destroying their habitat,
taking
and
over
they're
their
coming
area.
into the
I know
city.
they are.
There's nothing that you
Downright
can't
wrong.
blame the poor
I
animals.
agree with it. We had bears all over Berlin. We had just 5 bears in just 1 hour's time up in Berlin on Burgess Street.
If
They have no
people,
place else to go.
if people would
If
start
it's going to be a
building,
menace,
don't you agree?
get rid of it. Take it somewhere. Get rid of it.
Yeah, you don't have to kill it.
No,
But, I mean, if this thing is going after, okay.
that's their
what happens
nature,
if it goes
Joe.
after a
It's
person?
nature.
Yeah.
It's
And
same
it
thing with the
actually
bear, Joe.
attacks that person.
Same thing with the
what
bear
you
that was
wanna
in
do about it then,
Manchester.
though.
Look at
If
the
it's after
bears.
a
That's the point
person,
I'm trying to make.
unfortunately, you know, if they have a rabies or
Well,
something like
that's
that,
different. Yeah.
then that's a different
That's
story.
different.
If they're going to attack a person or whatever, but I'm not in favor of people just because a coyote is in the woods and they, oh well, let's get on our 2-wheeler there or what do they call them things?
Four-wheelers.
4-wheel. That's it. The 4-wheel. Let's go hunting
Yeah,
for 'em. Let's
no,
shoot 'em.
I can't see
You know,
that.
I'm sorry. I'm not a.
I
person,
disagree
I'm
with
not.
that.
I'm
Not
very much.
bothering you, fine.
Yeah.
But if it's in your neighborhood and it's attacking people and
That's
they're
different.
Now,
That's
that's what you
different.
call. No,
That's
that's what you
different.
call the game warden.
do away with it.
Then you call the
No matter if it has
PD.
rabies or not,
The
because
PD will come in and do
Then
something.
you call the
it's going to come back
or
again.
animal rescue.
Then you call the animal control.
Yeah, they'll come in.
You have no right. As far as I'm concerned, no one has a right to shoot an animal.
But I don't think it's right to shoot an animal even a deer, a bear, no matter what it is, it's going to have pups, going to have the babies. You don't kill the mother. You're killing the innocent babies right along with
Right.
it.
But they're trying to eliminate the overpopulation.
But that's
of
why
the
it's in there. After the season, and they had their pups and they had their like the little bears and everything, then the season opens up afterwards.
They've had plenty of. In fact, they had a moose in Manchester on
Yeah.
the west side a year or two ago when we
Yeah.
still living in Berlin. He was jumping over cars on
Now, should
one
he
of the
have?
side streets
Okay,
up in Kelly.
should he have been shot because he was in the city?
No,
What's the
he
difference?
didn't attack anybody. Thank God.
Yeah, but they
He
can't.
didn't
A
damage
moose will
anything.
usually will
But
attack you.
And they can attack.
Like
They
you
will
said,
attack.
Mary,
You know.
they're building these stupid condos.
That's
they
it.
ought to stop that crap. They ought to stop that.
They got to
But
stop
nobody
building,
thinks
and
about
their habitat
the
is just
wildlife.
disappearing now. From the
They're all.
wildlife.
I grew up in the woods. Coyotes, bear,
Yeah.
you name it. And
Yeah.
then you have
You
to.
respected it.
And
Yeah.
they respected me, and I respected
Yeah.
them.
Well, just like when we lived in Loudon, when
We had all
when my
kinds.
father was alive, Shorty, we had 6 deer every winter that would come down to eat with the horses. You know,
Yeah.
every year, faithfully, Daddy would put up no trespassing and no hunting signs.
Yeah, well, we lived, because they lived in the same place we did in Loudon. The
Yeah,
same farm. And when
On
we
the old
were
farm
there,
up there.
yeah, and I had 2
had-
lambs. And we had the deers. They would eat her hay. There would be the mother. Then a few months later, you would see, the 3 little deers come in, and
Yeah.
all of them would sleep with the lamb.
just like up in Newbury, New Hampshire. Oh my God, I'm talking.
All right, somebody else is calling
late
in.
70s, early 80s. This guy shot a fawn.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you later. Someone's calling in.
All right.
Okay,
bye.
I'll talk to you later.
Well, you get talking. Nothing
Yeah,
makes
I know.
sense.
But it's you can't do nothing about it.
No.
And that's
No,
the one
and
I want to
and
go
who
to.
lived here first? You know,
That's
that's
The
what
what
animals were
animals
here
did.
before.
The
way
first time I
before
went
us.
hunting, my dad owned a lot of property, and and he said, "You're gonna go hunting today." I put the gun on and I went down. I sat under a tree. Here come the most beautiful doe. I couldn't shoot it. I took a beat because I wouldn't shoot that animal,
Oh,
and that's okay because at least the animal went back and took care of its babies. We had another guy who came and went deer hunting, and he coming out. I was living in Laconia. He come out with a beautiful. Oh, how do you like my deer I got? It was a bull.
they don't taste good anyway.
Yeah.
A two
Yeah.
$150,000 bull.
Oh, wow.
If you don't know what you're hunting for,
Then
then
don't
don't
go
go
hunting.
hunting. You know. Your husband a hunter?
No, he's not.
I try, but it's not my game.
Yeah, I think he would if he needed to, but
Oh yeah, it's called survival.
right.
But the market basket is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
My niece used to raise the animals and become friends with them, then she'd slaughter them. I couldn't handle it. I had to get away.
It's farming, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times.
One other thing I also see is prosperity all around. I know you took a big chance opening your office, and you know what? Because you are sincere, it's going to be up and down, up and down. But the more people want to get away from their medical doctors and terms, the one thing about it is that you don't discourage them from going to a medical doctor if they
No.
need to.
That's right.
Okay, and you are a tool for healing themselves. You're not the healer. You are the tool.
But each person is their own healer,
Right.
right? We just have to set up the circumstances to
Right,
allow
for
that
to
to
allow
happen.
it to happen. I don't like it when I had a couple of women come in. Well, we're healed. I go, okay. You tell a person that you're a healer, and they don't get healed. You're opening up yourself for a lawsuit.
Yeah, but we don't
No,
have the ability
no.
to heal. We just have to get it so that the body is working properly,
You'll be
so
fine.
that it can do its job, because it's meant to do its job. And that's
Yeah.
when I do public talks and whatnot, I talk about what I do and why myself and other practitioners are so important to see, but I don't discredit the regular medical community.
No.
They have skills, they have incredible technologies and whatnot, and knowledge that they use to save people's lives.
And helping you and community.
Yeah.
You know,
However, it's they are incomplete because they can't deal with prevention.
Right.
There are a lot of things going on with people that mindset and that crisis management cannot help these people with. So one of the recent statistics was in 2018, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they estimated that 50% of the U.S. adult population has a chronic illness or disease for which there is no cure.
Right.
And that's where the alternative, that's where the integrative medicine, that's where the energy medicine and the alternative therapies come in, and the alternative healthcare and the natural healthcare. It comes in because you're working on a whole different level to address things that other piece can't. And that's where we help the people. The
Right.
ones that haven't been able to get results, the ones that have been going for PT for a year, and then they see somebody alternative like myself, and 2
Now,
sessions
what
later
is it that you do?
So my primary
keep it talking. I'll be right back.
function is to work as a Body Talk healthcare system practitioner. So there is extensive training in that system. It is healthcare, and it's not diagnostic in nature. So we are, instead of focusing on the practitioner having the knowledge, obviously there is knowledge that is
Yeah.
required to be a practitioner, but we're looking at things differently. So we have to learn what we have to learn. We have to learn, techniques, and we have to learn
You
things
work
about
with
the body.
blood tests and all, anything?
No,
that
I
you-
don't do
okay.
any lab work, so
All
there's
right.
no diagnostics at all.
Okay.
So I can work with someone who doesn't speak. I can work with a coma patient.
gee, that's
It doesn't
great.
make any difference. And to run you through how I do things, somebody will come and they lay on a comfortable massage table, and I use biofeedback, muscle testing, applied kinesiology, however you want to phrase that. And I calibrate their bodies for a yes/no response to specific questions that I have to
okay.
ask. So similar to a lie detector test, where they put like electro
Yeah.
probes on your finger, they ask questions, and the body will respond whether you're telling the truth or whether you're telling a lie, right? And we're kind of
that's
using
different.
not, on that
Yeah.
level, we're not asking, intimate questions or anything like
Yeah.
that, but we are asking health-related questions. Do we need to address organs? Do we need to address belief systems? Do we need to address the circulation of the blood, the lymph, the nerves within the body? What is it for this person at this point in time that we need to address? So if you think about the body as a circuit of communication, and similar to a circuit breaker in your house, it flows energy into all the different areas, and the house or the person will utilize that energy as it needs it. But if you overwhelm the system, what's going to happen to the circuit breaker? It's going to trip and it's going to shut off as a self-protective mechanism, right?
Yeah.
So if you start plugging 10 crock pots into your outlets in your kitchen, it's going to say, that's not safe, that's not a good idea, you're stressing me out, and I'm going to shut down. And you have to go downstairs to your basement, and you have to find the circuit breaker, and you have to reset it. And I'm not going to plug that many things in next time. The body is the same way. With stressors, with things that we've gone through in our lives, those internal circuits of communication, because everything in the body has to communicate with everything else. When those break down, then our body becomes less efficient. It can't work the way that it's supposed to because it has these challenges. And as a body talk practitioner, it's my job to identify where are these breakdowns in communication, what parts of the body need attention,
Yeah.
what's not functioning the way that it should be, and creating that reset so that the body works much more efficiently than it was.
Oh, gee, okay. That's I was
So-
wondering, like these certain things like some do. Like me, I'm a very bad diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you do something different?
I would communicate
Same
directly
way?
with your body.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I need to activate something called a pancreas reflex point that can help with insulin production. Maybe your pancreas needs some
Yeah,
attention.
I'm up to 6
there
shots
are
a day.
There are, and I can only do whatever the body will allow me to do,
okay.
and it has a certain order in which it wants to have things done. So you have to honor the order of the body. So in the BITOX system, it's similar to creating mathematical equations, except that we're working with organs, we're working with emotions, we're working with belief systems, we're working with even planetary and astrological influences, chakras, meridians, all these different things, and asking the body out of everything, so 100 or so techniques in the system that I have, what do you need? And in what order do we need to do that for you? Because even though people have the same symptoms, the protocol is completely unique every single time.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody is different. And one person might come in with a headache, and I might be able to resolve their issues within 2 sessions. Another person might come in, it might take 15, because there's a whole lot of other things that we have to address before we can address what they're actually aware of.
Now, when you bring in you lay them on a table?
Yes, they lay down on a massage table. Mm-hmm.
Sometime when you come in again, I'd like to have you demonstrate maybe on
Oh,
Mary.
sure.
Would you like that, Mary?
Sure.
I'll let Mary be the guinea pig.
Yeah. It's a very relaxing experience. And it is an experience because there's not really anything like it out there. And sometimes people sleep. Sometimes I have to wake them up because sometimes I need their participation in some of the techniques. But it's a very, very relaxing, and I cannot cause harm. Because when you're asking the body what it needs and wants, it's only going to ask for things that it needs and wants. It's not going to ask for anything that's damaging, harmful, or is going to cause problems.
Listen, you're the first person. I really want you to come back on again.
Okay.
I really
I will.
do. Because I'm really.
Yes, yes.
She'll have to
It's
go on your show,
interesting.
too,
Yes,
huh?
of course.
Yeah, she's
No
on with
doubt.
Cruising with Mary. So you ready to go on another TV show?
Sure
as
thing.
well?
I'm on Thursday.
All right.
Yeah. See, what it is with us, I do a lot of political. I also do healings and stuff like that with people. And Mary and I have kind of like the same show. One of the things we will not allow is someone say, no, that's Satan's work, or like I've been told before what I do, readings and stuff. And we don't let anybody discredit anybody on my
No.
show. I take the guests, I respect them, and I want the people, I always want you to remember, you're the star. Think about that. Mary and I are the tools, And if I didn't have Mary or you as a guest, my show, I mean, I had a rude awakening on that one time. And I walked in very pompous, you know, and I would not sit down with the other reader because I had a TV show and I was good at what I was doing. And one day I went into the bathroom at the studio, and I had like 3 people on, and they looked at me, and I looked into the mirror and said to me, "What the hell do you think you're doing? Who the hell do you think you are?" I go, "Well, you know, and this and that." He said, "I can take this away in a heartbeat." I go, "Uh-oh." And I went back on the air and I told everybody that they are the stars. I'm just a tool. And that's what I really believe.
You know, it's really interesting because when you're really there to help people in whatever their journey is, you can't have an ego about that. And when I took my first course with the Body Talk system, one of the questions that the instructor asked was, how many of you are here because you want to help people? And so many people raised their hands. And she said, that's not the right approach, because it's not about you helping them, because then there's something in you that needs to be satisfied. There's something within you, in your ego, that needs to be fed. So you have to let go of all of the attachments. You have to let go of wanting a certain outcome for people. Whatever they're meant to have for an experience when they come in, whether it's to get better right away or whether it's just to make them comfortable, that's their journey. I cannot interfere with that. I have to honor whatever their journey is meant to be. And I can't be attached, you know, like I said, if they don't get results right away and they don't come back, they got exactly what they needed when they were in to see me. And other people have spectacular results because everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's at a different place in their lives and everybody has different things. Maybe I was just the catalyst for that one part in their lives before they were moving on to something else.
That's what I tell people. And I do believe we have to have a little ego in order to believe in ourselves.
Yes, yes.
And mine
self-confidence.
mine was so extreme.
Yeah.
I was amazed I could even fit through the door. People would tell me that, you know. But the one thing I love telling my clients every day, make sure you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, my name is so-and-so, and today I am beautiful inside, I am beautiful outside, and I like who I am. Not what I am, but who I am. And today I am a winner.
Oh, I like that.
Aren't we a winner?
Everybody's a winner, right?
Yeah. And you mean me? And I got a lot of people now. I got 2 clients that come in every morning. They say, "Norm, I'm a winner." And "Norm, you haven't responded back yet," or something like that, you know, because we are. The only time I don't believe in failure.
It's just a stepping stone to the next. Yeah.
You can lay on the ground and say, "Oh my God, I failed and I failed." You can allow yourself to, okay? But I've been down and out. You know, I've been down and out. Life never has. I've actually ate at the shelter, and I got to tell you, the food there is pretty good. I'm not embarrassed by it. I've gone to church to get food, but I needed that journey so I can understand to help other people. And sometimes in the journey we don't always like, you know, we can.
It kind of stinks when you're in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
but you have to sit there and go, okay, there's a reason why this is challenging.
A very, very dear friend of mine, she had AIDS. She's still alive, I think. And she says to me one day, and I was on the pity party, "Who the hell do you think you are?" And I'm going, "Whoa." She said, "I don't know if I'm going to be able to see my children tomorrow. I'm dying. You got that message?" I go, "Yeah." You know, and her boyfriend came over at 5 o'clock in the morning. Who gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning? You know, I still have my cucumber mask on and all that. I'd take it all off, and that was the beginning of my life. A new beginning. I got out of nursing after 32 years. I actually worked at a recycling center for $7 an hour.
Did you have fun?
I did. I really did. And I learned other people are just as good as I am. I learned that people who are working hard need to make a living. It was hard, you know, and whether they went to drink it up or whatever, it stunk, but I had a good time. I found money, and I had a lot of decent people. You know, I had to realize that they are just as good as I am. Because I had to, after living, and I had named good for living, and I put myself up here when I went down here.
What is that saying, that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree like a squirrel, then
Right.
it's never going to, right? So everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses, and
How true.
you know, and we wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that we do if it wasn't for some of the people that were in the blue collar
Yeah.
Right.
jobs, right?
Yeah.
We need those people. They're very, very important. And everybody's trying to be
job.
white
There's
collar
always
now,
a job for
and look, you
someone,
can't get a
and someone
plumber,
special out there. That's-
right?
My son is a blue collar worker,
Yeah.
I guess, because he works in a factory, but he loves what he does.
The only difference is whether you take a shower before you go to work or whether you take a shower after you come home from work.
Well, I always did both. But you have to enjoy life. There's so much hatred in this country and around the world. I don't care. I don't
Yes.
make a lot of friends with the Democrats, and that's okay. I instigate things. I like to get things going. But you know what? There's so much hate. There's so much. Right, no matter what this person does, could be doing the best for the country. That's not going to be good enough. Or this person does. They're always going to find something to be. Nostradamus says. You know who Nostradamus is,
I
right?
do.
Very well. I'm a messenger from him, by the way.
Okay.
I was anointed by a great philosopher and a great prophet at 10 years old, and told me I was going to be. Nostradamus says that man, and it says so in Revelations too, that man is going to destroy themselves. Then we are going to have insects. We're going to have a lot of drought. And also, we're going to have a lot more earthquakes.
Mm.
And the sad part is that what it's going to take to make this country great again? Is it just what it's going to take?
I don't think we've hit rock
other?
bottom enough for people
we
to
haven't.
really wake up.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart, you know. I'm a great instigator. I'll be the first one to,
I would
but,
like
you
to
know,
see us go back to paper bags at the grocery store.
Me too. But the ones who have trouble carrying them, they're like, not plastic.
Yeah.
Then they want to do away with straws now.
Yeah, I mean, the plastic is, of course I'm putting my own,
Yeah.
opinions
No.
out there, but
That's what we're here for.
I think glass should make a big comeback
Yeah.
for a lot of things.
I buy a lot of the paper plates. I gotta get rid of them because not the paper, the core form.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
can't
the
really
styrofoam.
recycle the styrofoam.
Right.
That's it. Because you can't recycle.
They don't break down.
My pet peeve is people putting cigarette butts out on the ground. Even when I was smoking.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Even when I was smoking.
I think that's a
I
pet
never
peeve
did
for a
that.
lot of people, except for the ones that are doing it.
They don't care.
Yeah.
And then they take their ashtrays out of a car and just throw them on the ground. Oh.
I went over this one time where I let this guy empty the ashtray. I said, "Why are you emptying the ashtray in my driveway?" Because I can. I said, "No, you can't. And I want you to pick every piece of them cigarette butts up, or I'm going to call the police and have you them
Because that's
come in."
littering.
Because it is littering, even though it's a private driveway. I said, the sign says that, And he says, "I'm not going to." I said, "Well, then I'll make sure your tire goes flat." And I said, "I can do it without even touching it." People think that when you're spiritual that you can do a lot of this. You can't, but they really do. You can make them uncomfortable, and I like doing that. But you know what the results of my work is? I'll walk into a gang-related people. I don't talk with them. I don't condemn them. That's not what we're about. I'll talk with them and say, "Do you really want to destroy your lives?" And stuff. And my approach is a lot different than most people. I've been blessed. I haven't been shot or whatever. But you know what? If you go with a caring heart like you have and like Mary has, even though she carries that bottle ready to bop him in the head. No. No, but when you walk in there and the work that you have, that you do, is because you do have that caring heart. You do want to help people to help themselves. That makes the difference. When people say, "Well, that I love these weekend warriors when they go get their masters over the weekend." Yeah, that's what I call them. And it usually takes about a year to get your masters. How long did it take you? That long?
I don't have a master's, and there isn't a degree program right now in the healthcare system. They are working on that. I believe it is going to be a master's degree program by the time they're done. But there's going to be different levels.
No, I mean with Reiki. I'm sorry.
With
Reiki energy?
With Reiki, I'm just certified level 1.
Me too.
Yeah.
My friend who was giving me the Reiki class, he said,
Yeah.
let's have an agreement. I go, what's that? She said, I won't do the readings and you won't do the Reiki.
Yeah, I just I did that just to have one extra
Right.
tool in my practice. I don't do standalone Reiki treatments,
No.
but the Body Talk system will integrate any other training as part of the treatment. If it's necessary. There's a whole area for other modalities, and it will lead me to that as that being something that I need to provide, and then I go through the list of
I'm looking
what.
at your throat.
You're actually looking at my throat.
I'm looking at your throat. At one time, you had a lot of problems with it.
Yes, I've had thyroid issues since I was in my 20s.
And I'm actually looking at, there's some tissues in your throat. If your throat and down and through here feel warm, it's because we're burning all that negative energy out of your
okay.
thyroid. Okay, so don't panic over it.
No, I
And
didn't even
imagine-
notice anything,
Yeah.
but now I'm going to notice.
Yeah, we do, okay? I also looking down and through here. You are an amazing woman,
Thank you.
okay? By all rights, with some of the sickness that you have gone through, maybe not even realized it, you are a miracle that you are alive today. Does that make sense at all to you?
Well, I don't feel that I went through anything as significant as a lot of people did. I think that if I hadn't changed the way that I lived my life, because that's what's making me do.
Right,
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing
That's
now.
why it's a miracle. That
If I had gone the conventional approach with the medications, I think that I might not have been.
Right.
I may not
That's
have
what
been.
I'm saying. That's a miracle part of it. And you also taught yourself that you can be stronger. Okay. I'm concerned about your husband's blood pressure.
My husband's blood pressure?
He takes everything right here. He doesn't release a lot of the anger issues that he has. Okay. One of the things that I see, he's so afraid of failure.
That he doesn't try.
Right. He wants to allow, and he says, the sad part is he's not going to fail. He is a very motivated person that could go to a higher level. Okay. I don't see him as a drinking person. I'm not saying he doesn't have a drink occasionally, but I don't see you two.
No.
He doesn't smoke cigarettes either.
No.
He should try one of my homemade cigarettes. I actually encourage that. I really do. Except I will never do it on TV again. I did it one time, got stolen. This is years and years ago. And this lady brought in, you ever heard of Elizabeth Foley?
The name sounds
She's a great,
familiar.
she just moved out of South Carolina. She brought in this big angel. And I'm still a little bit still. And I'm looking at this angel floating all around. I go, whoa, that's enough of that. And I would go on TV again like that. I enjoy being where I am. I used to have a radio show. Anyway, it's quite the show, hey, Mary?
Yeah.
And then I had to get to know, Oh, yeah, it was worse than Howard Stern's.
Oh, my goodness.
But I wasn't who I was. I was losing ratings and
You
stuff.
weren't a shock jock, huh?
No, and I also realized one morning I woke up and I said, that's the end of the show. And when I did that, a whole new beginning came for me. Sometimes we have to hit rock to bottom to be where we are today. This here tells me there's a lot more success coming for you. Don't become impatient. Okay? Your spirit side says that you can be very impatient.
I can be with with myself, not
Right.
necessarily
Not-
with other
yeah.
people, but yeah.
You want to be successful, let it happen one step at a time. Who plays the piano?
No one in our house officially. Our oldest boy, he dabbles with it. My daughter
passed
dabbles
away?
with it.
Who passed away to play the piano? On your husband's side.
I don't think any of them are musical that I know of.
Could be on the spirit. Okay. You like to dance?
I do. I don't
You're a
dance
good
as much
dancer.
as I used to, but yeah, I was a ballet dancer in my younger years, and I did ballroom dancing like in college and in my 20s for a little while. And yeah, I do. I love it when my husband takes me dancing and he dips me in.
I was a lady in the night in my past life. I was a lady. And I actually
Shame
when I went
on
to
you.
I know, but it was fun. When I wanted to be to college, I was a male dancer. But you know what? You do what you got to do. And you don't look back at it. You just move forward. See, that's why I think I was beaten to death in my past life as a woman. but I still have, when it comes to this earth, I still have the tendency of liking men. And I believe that's what it is about gay people. And they can't prove me wrong. And like a lot of women who like other women, they were male in their past life. And when they come here, they still have that emotional feeling towards men. And no doctor can prove me wrong. I was at a debate. Oh, no, they can't. So what did they do? That's like what I believe.
I think that if there's a connection, there's a connection.
Yeah. And that's like with people who have, they call psychotic or have schizophrenia and all that. 9 out of 10, they're actually talking to people from their life they might have known in their past life. And what do the doctors do? They're practicing. I always remember that. They give you this medication or they give you that medication. None of that medication works for her.
No, it doesn't.
No. Maybe for Joe.
And my sister.
Yeah, and your sister. Oh my God. I never met a cruel lady, forgive me for saying that, as I did her sister. And Mary knows what I'm talking about. I had the pleasure of being the minister for the memorial service. I don't say pleasure, but you know what I mean, the honor. And her own mother turned her back on her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't do that. You are actually going to live to be 102 years old.
Am I? I had the number 93 in my head.
I think
But
it might start
102.
they start going downhill.
So 93, I'll start going downhill, but I'm going to make it to 102.
Right. I don't see dementia. You're going to be seeing your
I
husband.
think my brain is way too
hard.
fast-paced
Right.
and works too hard.
You're gonna be, your husband's going to be here. Hurry up, hon, the food's over there. We don't want to miss that food. One thing I don't know. Do you eat butternut squash?
I do.
You need to eat more.
I need to eat more. I don't eat it that much.
No, you need it. Put that calcium or whatever's in it.
Okay.
And I also would encourage you to eat turnips.
Okay. I don't really care for turnips. I like
Make
a lot
them
of
in a beef
vegetables.
stew or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm not a
See,
huge fan of turnips,
yeah.
the way that they taste.
Turnips are one of the biggest anti-cancer
Okay.
healing, okay? And your youngest daughter, your 17-year-old, she needs to eat a lot more healthier.
I know.
McDonald's is
We
wonderful.
have that conversation.
My granddaughter likes
And
McDonald's.
she tells me that
Dairy
she
Queen.
is, but,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden she sees the cookies or the
Me too.
treats. Yes, she does need to eat healthier.
Okay.
And she knows that.
She's
We all
not
know
going to
that.
be fat.
Yeah.
Tell her not to worry about me. But I don't want her to tell because
Well, and I'm not,
she has a hyperactive thyroid.
does she?
She can eat. She's pretty skinny, right?
No, I wouldn't say that she's skinny. She's not heavy, but
No,
I
she's
wouldn't call her
stocky.
skinny.
I don't see her. I actually see
She's
her.
stocky.
Yeah, but I also don't see her gaining a lot of weight or losing a lot of weight. And I actually tell you, she can almost eat anything and get away with it. Where
Yeah.
you and I, we look at it, we gain that pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want her to
She's healthy.
eat healthy, so that
She needs to
is
get more into her artwork. That's her psychic expression. She can paint when she's ugly, or angry rather. I'm sorry. She can, or ugly, whatever. She can also paint when she's happy. Okay. She also works after school.
She does not right now. She is in the process of looking for work. So she's been
I would probably tell you to
doing
hold-
applications.
I would tell you to hold off on that until at least spring or towards the end of the year. And the reason being, we want her to concentrate on her school. Because she could have to make a choice of schoolwork or her school grades. Okay. And I think it's great if she can learn how to balance them. But she's pretty hot-headed like her mother at times.
I'm not that hot-headed.
This is just like, but you learn how to control.
Yeah.
You learn how to become different. Because you could have been at a younger age. Okay. One of the things I also will tell you, we knew each other in our past life.
Okay.
Okay. We really did. And I was a happy-go-lucky, pot-smoking, drug dealer. Not dealer, but drug dealer. I actually was in the 60 era. I actually went to the original Woodstock.
Did you?
Janis Joplin kissed me right here.
Oh.
I didn't wash my face for a week.
I was going to say, how long did it take you before you washed it? And have you ever?
look at that. And if you look at the original Woodstock movie, you'll see me, my hair curly, you'll see me running across the screen naked because I lost all my clothes. But I had fun.
I bet you did.
I mean, I can honestly say, no matter how bad it's been, it's scary, didn't know where I was going to live or whatever, I could always say I always turned it into have fun. because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to teach each other to enjoy our life, not to sit on a pity pot. And I know Ginger will say there's no such word as pity pot, but there'll have to be. I made it up, and that's okay. But we can enjoy ourselves. And when you see someone that's feeling sorry for themselves, just say hi. How are you?
Mm.
I took some pictures of the homeless garbage out there again. They actually liked having their picture taken.
Did they?
Didn't they?
They
You
do.
know? Well, 2 weeks ago, Mary and I almost got attacked.
Yeah.
You know. Then another time we went down on the sidewalk, and there was a guy. I thought if we hadn't woke him or called 911, he would have been dead today. He would have frozen.
He was turning blue,
Yeah.
Wow.
laying right on. I mean, it had to be 10 above that
Right.
night,
Yeah.
if
We had a
not
priest
below.
with us. Yeah. The priest was ready to give his last rites. Yeah, I'm trying to find an easy way to put this.
Okay.
Okay. Someone close to you, and it could be a best friend's husband or something like that, but you are going to a funeral within the next 10 months.
Okay.
Okay. And someone that has some kind of a disease, no matter how hard you work on him, he doesn't want to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's like in his late 40s, early 50s.
Okay.
And you can put all kinds of, and unless he wants to receive what you have to offer him, okay, he's not going to.
Okay.
Okay. And he really is willing himself to cross.
Okay.
He's always been a very unhappy young man. I believe you know who he is, or he will come and form to you. You may not know
Okay.
at that time, okay? But I know he's been to you a couple of times. And his wife is just fed up with it, okay? And I just see that within the next 10 months. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
On things like that, I hate being right on. I really do, you know. I just had a friend, really good friend of mine's mother just passed away at 7 o'clock at night, just in the morning, like I said. And another lady, her mother passed away at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I don't always like being right, you know, but it is. But the Spirit
we're
tells
all
me.
meant to only be here for a certain period
Right.
of time, right?
Yep.
Me, 102 years, apparently.
You know another thing I also believe in, too, when people that are crossing over, 9 out of 10, when they're laying on a life preserve, things like that, the spirit has already left their body. That's why they have to have that lung machine or heart machine. You know. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. So what happens when they are able to get off of it, though?
That's when they cross.
But a lot of people, they
Oh,
have
then
to
the
be
spirit
on
will
it.
come back in.
Okay.
Okay. It's usually when they're on the last time, you know, and like if you're in and out, sometimes the spirit will go out, and if you're not really to go, then the spirit will come back in.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that happens, that the coming in and out happens.
Yeah. I've actually seen spirits leave the body.
Mm.
It's pretty cool. Have you seen it, Mary? No. It's just
No.
like that. You know how the water is on the lake in the morning when
With the fog?
you're in the fog? That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it happens so quickly, you know, you have to be ready for it. But usually, and I have usually what I truly believe in, and folks, I'm not off the wall, but you can say so. This is what I truly believe in. Okay, that's what the Spirit had taught me. I've seen many people go in and out in the Spirit. I've sat there and I've seen them go in, and when the Spirit finally goes off, and I really don't care if the Spirit has already left the body, 9 out of 10. Okay, sometimes I don't always like when the Spirit goes, because they have to go and maybe come back here to be reincarnated or whatever. But usually, if the people's a good person and cares and love, they go through the other side to be angels. I also believe, and I'm getting this message back again, when people cross, there's usually like a beautiful shroud. You know how the shroud that wraps up the body when they find them? When we cross over, there's usually a beautiful shroud that wraps around the spirit. And our pets are our guiding lights to the other side. I'm going to be writing this in my book. So, I'm going to have...
Oh, that reminds me, I have to write a book, right?
Right. Very soon. Very soon.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll write a book, see who gets done first. No, that's it. But I have a very dear friend of mine, and she'll edit it for me, my friend Lori. When it's time, then I get off my buttocks and start doing that, you know.
Well, I suppose that sometimes books can be very inspirational to other
Right,
people,
yeah.
right? So
I've been procrastinating. My fear has always been, and boy, has my friend Lori yelled at me. I'm always in fear that when I complete the book, that means my life is completed.
Oh.
And it's not true, but that's the way it was set in my mind. And I had a reader tell me that I have to have my deck a certain way, or I get all panicky. And then, see, that's where Lori spoiled me too.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I do know that I really want to encourage you to, and I actually see the work that you're doing. Don't be surprised if you do a lot more TV shows, not just mine, and probably Mary's, but don't be surprised if you do like a talk show or a medical interviewing show.
Okay.
Don't hold yourself back. If somebody wants to have you come on the show, by all means do it.
Okay, just jump on it, right?
Yeah, jump on it, because
Okay.
if you don't, you're really hurting yourself.
Okay.
That means you don't believe in yourself enough.
Well, I've been on a few at this point, so.
Yeah, so isn't it interesting?
I wasn't too resistant to come
No,
to come here
actually,
today.
we had a great talk, didn't we?
We did, yes.
We really did. And I think that's important, because the one thing that I believe that a TV show like with me, and I was kind of shy. People would know it today, or if they didn't know me when growing up. I used to hide behind the refrigerator, But this show has given me so much confidence. And the way I got started was one of my roommates, who has since passed away, was I had talked to this friend, Buddy Stewart, and I said, "How do you actually do this?" He told me how to get on the show, so I went over, and I made up the paperwork, and the people were testing me to see how good I was and all that. And they wanted me to do a reading on another certain gentleman. I said, "I can't do that." They said, "Why?" I said, "He doesn't want it done, and I'm not going to violate that rule." That's like if someone comes to you, you're not sure they really want it done. You have to take time to talk with them, right? And and that's the way I believe. And so then all of a sudden I said, "I'm not going on again." Could I pass it? And my friend, my roommate, who says up there, says, "Yes, you are." I said, "You show me a sign, and I'm supposed to go on that and do my own TV show, and I'll do it." And sure enough, my friend Buddy Do It says, "We got a new psychic, Norman Moody, that's going to be coming on," and you can't make anything look bad, right? So, and I've loved it ever since. I actually would probably encourage you to. You live in Londonderry,
live
right?
in Londonderry.
Do they have a cable TV access there?
They do.
I would
They
probably.
do. Yes. They had
You just said
they had
yes.
like a version of The
The
View.
Voice.
I was on that.
On God?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Voice.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to call him The Voice.
Yeah, the voice. I would probably encourage you to start your own TV show. I really would. It's fun. Isn't it?
It's
Mary?
interesting too, what she was saying and everything. It's you say what you do, and then, like I said, you show what you have to do, and on your table, and you get the answers from your body. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
The body will tell you anything that you need to know as long as you know how to ask the right questions.
Will I let out my trade secrets? My naughty secrets?
I don't know if I want to know your naughty secret.
I don't know if I want anybody to know that part. But the one thing that I like, honestly, if I didn't like, I would tell you. I'm one that, if I hurt your feelings, fine. If I don't, fine. That's the way I feel about life. The energy, and I told you before I met her, didn't I? Mary?
Yeah.
The energy that you have is phenomenal.
Thank you.
I've had a lot of people say they do this and they do that, and they do this and they're healed, whatever. But I don't feel the energy, and that kind of bothers me. Your energy is true to the spirit. Whether they're short, whether they're fat, whether they're mentally whatever, you don't judge anybody by who they are.
No, I try and see the best, or the, even people who are in a really bad way or a really bad path. It's like there's a reason why. What's going on with them that they have to be that way, or what has happened to them that they have to be that way. There's got to be something, and then I actually feel bad for those people that whatever their experience has caused them to be the way that they are, instead of.
This is exciting. You ready for some more exciting news?
Okay, go ahead.
There's a young man that's coming in as a very bad drug addict.
Okay.
And listen to what I say on this. And he has died multiple times and come back, and he's sick and tired of being sick. And with your body work, you're going to work with him to get better.
Okay.
He's like 18 or 19 years old. His mother has told him and screaming at him, and you are going to very politely let her know that you don't allow screaming in your office.
No, I would not allow screaming in
Okay.
my office.
And
It would be too distracting for me.
yeah, well, knowing that, but this is your
I'm
last
busy
one.
asking questions.
Yeah, she's going to be saying, well, you've done this, you've done that. No matter what we've done for you, and she reminds him how bad he was and stuff. And I
But there's
actually
so many like you just don't know what it is. It because a lot of times when people get into drugs, they're self-medicating, right? And so you want to get to the underlying causes and factors. What are all the different things that have gone on? It could stem from, his parents arguing when he was in utero. It could, what I mean? There's so many different factors that could have contributed to the straw breaking the camel's back and him being, dependent on narcotics. But you don't know what those are until you put the person on the table. And sometimes things are too private that they don't want to be shared. Maybe I'll just get a date or, some general event, but the brain will know what that connection is. And in order to be able to correct whatever the imbalances or whatever the circuit breakers that we talked about, that may have popped.
Mary, you got one of your cards?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're going to give you one of her cards.
Okay.
It could be, you want to go on another TV show?
Sure, I will
There
come
you
on
go.
another TV show.
She's on Thursday.
Cruising with Mary, right?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Mary and I
She's
share
got
a
a
lot of-
nice personality.
Right, doesn't she? Yeah, I just wouldn't want to get her mad.
I think everybody's like that.
Because actually, one thing about you and your husband both is you suppress your anger. You shouldn't do that. Because one day that anger is going to overwhelm you. Okay, you're like a volcano ready to erupt.
I get mad though.
Yeah,
I do
but
get
then you
mad.
suppress it. I would challenge you, and I know you like challenges, to write down all the emotional feelings you've had since as far back as a childhood, if you can.
Okay.
However, you have to use a pencil and paper, no computer,
Okay.
and you can't write only on one side of the paper.
Okay.
And it has to be like taping paper.
Oh,
Because when
okay.
you put it on lines, you're actually insulting the spirit.
Okay.
Okay, and I would challenge you to do that,
All right.
and let me know how you feel after. And when
Okay.
you burn, don't hang on to it.
Don't burn it. Yeah.
Burn it
Yep.
with. Do you have sage?
I do.
Okay, burn it with sage.
Okay.
Because that way you got to release all of it. And I would challenge your daughter and anybody in your household. I know your husband has a lot of anger, but he's really a super nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
He looks young.
He looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. You were married to him, honey? No, I'm only kidding. When I used to, I was totally blind for like 7 years. And it's about 5 or 6 years ago I got my eyesight back. How long's it been, Scott? 5 to 6 years now, or 7?
Yeah, about 5 years.
Yeah. And when I was blind, the guys would come in for a reading. I go, I have to touch and feel. They would sit there and I go, then I'd have to let them know, But I've had people, because I was blind, I never realized how cruel people could be until I had that walking stick, in the blind. And a lady was at Dunkin' Donuts. She thought it was cute to kick my walking cane down the highway, down the road through the path here. And I went and some other person found it for me. And even the manager thought it was funny. One thing they didn't realize, there was an off-duty police officer in there. So they ended up in handcuffs. I didn't want to do that, but you know what? If it taught them a lesson.
Yeah.
And then Dunkin' Donuts was going to, I could have sued them, but you know what? It wouldn't have been worth it. What do I accomplish?
Right.
It made me appreciate what other people have. And really, then I got my eyesight back, and there was this. I was at Walgreens, and there was this really oversized lady. I mean, really oversized. They wore real tight pants. I went out thinking. I said, "Oh my God, I got my eyesight back for this." And she spun around and go, "I meant for the prices on the store." I had to think of something really quick, But there are days when I look at the part, say, "What the hell did I get my eyesight back for?" But then I look at the inner beauty of the park. You know, and I said to her, I like sitting out there early in the morning. I'm living across the street from it. And they're really fixing the park up well.
Yeah, they really are.
My
It
friend,
looks good.
Which one's that? What park?
Sweeney Park. It's in Manchester here on the west side.
I'm not familiar with that
Okay.
one.
It's on the west side across the street. And,
Right on Main Street.
yeah, South Main Street. And Bill, Barry, and I worked hard together to get this. Only takes one person. But you know what? Nobody cares. And that breaks my heart. And the people in the neighborhood, they don't care. You know, they're too busy with it. And that's, I would love to get everybody together and have a cookout. And I make sure you come too to see it happening. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Wouldn't that
Mary?
be nice, huh?
Yeah. And believe me, they come to a cookout if they go away hungry.
It's your own fault, let me tell you. There's so much food there. You can take 2 and 3 dishes home. That's how much food there's left over.
Keith is going to run for mayor. He's got too much going on.
Oh no?
Yeah. He can. But if what I'd like to do is get the 2 aldermen or maybe 3 aldermen and get together at the park and have them all get to know the people. That's my dream, and I will make it come true
Excellent.
because I believe in what I believe in, just like what you believe in. I actually will tell you, you gotta save up your dollars. You're going to Hawaii.
Ooh. Okay, when?
I'm looking at in the beginning of September of next year.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it.
So is that going to be our 20th anniversary?
There you go.
Okay.
What I'm actually looking at is some kind of a conference you're going to be invited to.
Oh. 'Cause
And
I
you can take
know
your husband
that-
too.
So, well, I was thinking that I was going to be going to the conference in Australia because the next BITALK conference is going to be in
And you're
Sydney,
going there as well.
Australia. And my daughter's like, you have to bring me with you. I'm like, I don't think I can bring you with me because you don't do this work. You're gonna sit.
But
And
she can explore.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Surprise her to give her that gift.
That's quite the gift.
But you know what? It's
Yeah.
your daughter.
Mm,
Is there any gift that's too large and too small?
yeah.
Mama, make sure you give it
Okay,
one
so
love.
save my pennies for.
There you go. You tell her that in a second that she can go.
So does that mean that it's now Australia, maybe not Hawaii?
No, you go both.
Oh boy.
There you go.
One is being paid for by a conference. It's up to you, okay? But the Hawaii thing, the Australia one, now you're going to learn.
That's going to be work related.
Right, and it's going to be, now, do they pay for it or do you pay for it?
Oh no, I would have to pay for it.
Yeah, okay. But we can ask the Spirit to get you a discount.
Mm.
Okay? And you're actually going to be doing a lot of talking.
Okay.
You can chatter anyway.
I can as long as I'm in my element.
Right.
If I'm not in my element, then I can be as quiet as a mouse.
You can be a good lawyer.
I went to school for law initially. I did it for 3 years. I went to school for a paralegal. That was what my college
That's what
degree
I'd love
was.
to take up.
And I did it for 3 years, and I didn't.
not
I,
who
did,
you
I
are.
didn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
didn't
I would
enjoy
love
it.
to do it. I love law.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take it. They told me I'm too old to take up a course in law, and I'm going to prove everybody wrong. I don't want to be a lawyer. I want to
Sounds
be
too
just a
old.
legal
Yeah.
assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, never too old. A very dear friend of mine in California, 78 years old, graduated from law school.
Excellent.
And if she can do it, I can do it. She graduated from Stanford. You know,
Good for her.
you can do anything. I don't care how old you are.
I took
Even
up private
93 like
investigating.
Mary, of
I
course, you
know.
know, she's 93. She can do it a lot.
I took up private investigating.
Yeah.
I passed it.
I'm a firm believer. See, I don't believe in handicaps. Do I believe that they're a disability? Yeah. But handicaps are only as long as you allow them to be. Very good friend of mine, or used to be a good friend of mine until his wife got a little upset with me, and that's I'm used to that. He has MS, but you know what? That guy has the strength to keep himself going. He's actually been on my TV show. Another guy out of Concord has a new experimental drug that he no longer has MS or is still there, just arrested. I've had people come in with autism, playing guitars, singing. Anybody that has talent that wants to come on, I'm more than welcome to have them come on. or if they have an expression that they may not like what I do, that's okay. Come in town the show and face me. Don't hide behind the keyboard. You know, one thing about you, and I definitely have got to encourage you to look in having your own cable TV.
Okay.
Your daughter could be co-host with it.
Oh,
That would be nice, huh?
Wouldn't that be cool?
that would be cool. I would like to see her kind of be in partnership with me.
In time.
In time.
She'll be
No,
about 28.
not,
No.
not right away.
She's got to grow up.
She needs to work with other people first.
Yeah. She could actually, like I said, if she ever wants to come on the show with you, I'm wondering when we'll allow her to come bring her artwork in or whatever. Do you have a dog?
Yes.
That dog is missing you right now.
Oh,
What kind is it?
she's just a little lab husky pit bull mix that we got.
Variety
from-
57, right?
She is a Heinz 57. She's a sweetheart. She does miss me when I'm not home.
Right. Does yours cop an attitude like mine?
Do I have a cop and
Does your dog cop an attitude when you get home?
No,
No?
no, she doesn't.
Oh, mine does.
She's sad when, like, she's gotten better. When I used to travel, like, for my trainings and whatnot,
Right.
my husband said that she would barely eat when I would be gone. And then one time, I think I was in New York, maybe I was in Ontario, I don't know. I travel all over the place
She
for
wants a
trainings.
new collar.
She wants a new color. She really doesn't wear one.
No, not you buy one. She wants a new.
So I need to buy her a new one?
a very princess-looking collar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. I can do
And
that.
she needs a little bow in her hair.
She doesn't usually like anything on her.
Okay, that's what she said. I'm the prima donna.
Yeah, no, but she.
You-
Yeah,
have you
I'm her
not-
person. I'm her person.
Yeah. You had you not taken that dog, it would not be alive today.
I believe that. I believe that.
How old is your dog?
She is going. Did she turn 11? I think she's 11 now.
She's getting nearsighted.
Yeah,
You got it for 3 more years.
yeah.
My dog actually will be 15, and she's a short-haired terrier Chihuahua.
Yep.
And she's daddy's girl. Huh?
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my
girl,
God.
she's so
She's
sweet.
starting to eat people food now. More.
Is she?
Yeah. Usually she'd only eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's eating, like I made, my son made an omelet, and cheese and all that, ham and cheese
Yeah.
omelet. And she scoffed that right down. I go, wow, all right.
I'll show you a picture of my puppy after the show.
Oh, okay. Why
She's
you
a-
show it on
Yeah.
TV?
Show
Well,
it to people.
it's on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, she had some fear aggression issues when we got her, and I was very grateful that she came to us because I kind of did my own thing to kind of help her through that, and you'd never know it.
You're going to adopt another dog.
I am. I wasn't sure if we would not like now, not like soon. No. Don't smile at me like that.
Within a year.
Oh my goodness.
And your dog will be okay with it.
Mm.
Because your dog will help you take care of it. Okay?
Oh,
And it's going to be a needy dog.
it is.
And when your dog senses that, it might be territorial at first, but it'll be a needy dog. And that's when you're going to, because you're like we adopt needy people. My dog, though, one of the TV
But they always
people,
turn out to be the best dogs. Everybody's like, wow, your dog is so amazing.
Yeah.
you know what I don't like about the shelters? They want you to adopt a dog, but the garbage that you have to go through to get a
Oh
dog.
my God. The
It's
payment is
ridiculous.
It didn't
terrible.
used to be that difficult. You
No.
used to be able to show up and have like $25 and be like, I'll
Yeah.
take that one. And
Now you need to have
they're
a
like,
top
if you have
dog.
another dog, we need to meet it. And that
Right.
was about it. Do you own a home as long as you weren't
Yeah.
renting or something like that?
That's why I don't support the animal shelter anymore.
Yeah.
I used to have big psychic events for the animal shelter.
You'd think they would
And the
want
people
to
were rude.
let them have a good home.
But a lot of them, it's my understanding, and maybe I'm not correct in my understanding, but my understanding is that because they bring them up from the south, because the state does not have enough local dogs to be adopted, so they
Yeah.
bring them from other parts of the country, and they take care of the neutering and the spaying and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of times people don't actually bother to do that. So you're paying for all of that.
Yeah, I
medical
can
treatment.
understand that
Yeah.
part. Well, a friend of mine, he had, was going to adopt this beautiful, I think it was a boxer or something like that. Big yard, big house. Mother was home all the time. And because he was a businessman, so he did a lot of traveling. And he went to pick up the dog after paying over $300 for all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then decided to give it to one of the volunteers that said he wasn't qualified.
Oh, and he didn't get his money back?
Oh, no, that's no refund.
Oh, that.
And that's not right.
They do that a lot of people. I keep, I have a hard time when dog psychiatrists, cat psychiatrists, and all this other stuff. They're all labeled to make names. You know what? And is it really? Your dog loves you, and you can understand when she's upset, right?
Yeah.
And you talk to her.
I talk to her all the time.
Yeah, my son, Scott,
I do.
talks
I
to
talk to her all the time. I think she answers me. I hear
Oh,
that
she does. Scott will talk to our cats. We got one now. And I would methodically say, okay, here's this kind of food, that's that kind of food that, and he would say, what would you like today? And I go, all this work that I did, and then tell him, and he'd go through the cat and give them what they want.
They will tell you what they
Yeah.
want. Mine do.
Well, we got to get it some, what was it, honey turkey?
Yeah, honey turkey.
We got to get her a cat, honey turkey. That cat, she has a cat that actually talks.
Yeah, I do. I have a white one, all white
Really?
with blue
Yeah.
eye and a yellow eye, and
She actually talked to me
Yeah.
on the telephone,
Wow.
yeah,
and she loves my TV show.
yeah. She'll sit there and watch, and Crystal does the same thing.
Animals
Two
are
of them.
really smart.
They are.
They really are. And they also knew, how many people care for their loved ones like an animal? Yeah, you got to train them a little bit. We have a lady that came on the show. She has a service dog. And I see people that have a goat that's a service animal.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I
another
haven't seen
person,
that.
another person has a pig.
Yeah,
The sad part is that people that want to bring their dogs into the market or stuff like that, they're our service dog. And once the manager go to the market, what are they going to say? It's an abuse of their privilege. It costs $25,000 to have a service dog. I mean, that's what the people that cost for the people to trade them, not the person themselves. but,
Right.
So, and I love having them come on. I also have a lot of people that do the paranormal. Are you into paranormal?
I'm intrigued by it. My younger daughter is really intrigued.
Well, next time I'll let you know. You guys can come and sit in the crowd while they're talking.
Okay.
Okay? Because I love having an audience.
Yep.
I had this one guy, his name is Boat Hardy. I pick on him all the time. And I tell him he's my He-Man. He just bless you, and stuff. Okay, we got 5 more minutes. Your website.
Do you want me to say what it is? It's www.regainhealthnh.com.
Do you want to spell regain for them?
REGAINHEALTH NH.com.
And you're also on Facebook?
I am. Yes.
Under the same name or just?
My name?
No, under the company name?
Regain Health and Balance.
Okay. And also your phone number?
603-566-0819.
Okay. And Mary, you're on?
Oh, I'm on Thursday. It's at 5
She's
o'clock.
falling asleep. Okay. And what's it called?
Cruising with Mary.
And who's your guest?
Tomorrow I have Ginger Barra, and I have my cousin Thelma. We're going to talk about landlords.
All right. My landlord's never around. They go through management.
Watch me go after them.
They are not, they have a new management.
I'm a
company.
landlord as well.
Are you? Yeah, but you take care of your building, right?
I do. I take care of my people and I take care of my building.
How many
That's what
buildings
you-
you own?
2.
2. You're buying another one.
Oh no.
It's a fixer-upper.
Oh no. We have a fixture.
Yeah, but you're good with your tenants.
Yes.
And you're willing to work with them.
Yes.
And God forbid it, but the
I'm
thing
not sure
is,
that
you're too nice.
I'm not sure that I would want to take on another.
If you had a problem, you definitely would listen to your tenant,
Yes.
not scream at somebody and say it's none of your business.
No,
Leave me alone.
No.
I'm telling you, you're buying another one.
Oh my goodness, I don't want to hear that one.
You're going to
Can
be
you
taking
erase
that
that one?
out. There's someone that's actually either going into foreclosure or bankrupt or whatever.
My last one, I wasn't planning on buying, and it just happened.
But your apartments are not slum apartments.
No, they're not. They're nice.
You need to go up on your rent.
Oh.
You're pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I'd if I have good people, I'd rather
You
keep
keep
them than force them out because, I'm not. I'm probably a little bit below market, but not excessively. I don't
Okay.
think.
It's okay to raise it.
I know.
I've been blessed where I live so far.
Yeah, me too. I have a good landlord.
But we also do the shoveling of the snow. We take out the garbage. I pick up the yard. My pet peeve is cigarette butts, and because they're not supposed to be smoking in the building, so they smoke out on the. You know, you allow smoking in your building?
I have it in the thing that no.
Good for you.
I used to, but it's too much work for me when I have to clean everything. And so
And
so
it
now,
smells.
yeah.
I didn't realize that
now-
until 60 years ago.
So they're
After I
allowed to smoke outdoors,
Yeah.
like on the porch
Yeah.
and whatnot, but not indoors. I don't
gave up-
allow it anymore.
I never realized that until I gave up cigarette smoking.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought even when my former co-host driving down the street, you know, I'd have a cigarette out here, but still, I'm in the house. You know. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. It was my pleasure.
Thank you,
Okay,
Norm.
and we'll look forward to having you coming on. I'll go and check my calendar date probably in a couple of months.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll see you next week, right?
Yep.
Okay, and everybody out here, remember, every day you are the winner.